This page is about how the heart pumps, and it's going to be a really long video. So the adult heart beats over 100,000 times and pumps about 8,000 liters of blood in a 24-hour period. Although the heart is a muscle, it does not tire like other muscles, and it never rests. So if it rests, you die. Simple. The heart is a powerful muscle that performs two vital tasks. It propels blood enriched with oxygen to all parts of the body, and it also pumps deoxygenated blood, which is used blood that has very little oxygen left, to the lungs, where it will be reoxygenated. And the heart is divided into two by a strong muscular wall called the septum, and each half of the heart is further divided into two chambers. The left and right upper chambers are known as the atria, singular atrium, and the two lower chambers are the ventricles, and each of these four chambers plays a specific role in circulating blood around the heart and then back out into the body or to the lungs. And so the wall of the heart is composed of three layers: the epicardium, which is the outer layer, the myocardium, which is the middle layer, and the endocardium, which is the inner layer. And the myocardial layer is responsible for the contraction of the heart, and muscle fibers are arranged to give a ringing movement that effectively squeezes blood out of the heart. So the thickness of the myocardial layer varies according to the pressure generated within the various chambers of the heart. And the right ventricular myocardial layer is moderately thick, as blood is only pumped through the pulmonary artery to the lungs. The myocardium of the left ventricle is much thicker because greater pressure is needed to pump blood into all parts of the body. And the myocardial layer of the atria is relatively thin. So this is the inner structure of the heart, and it takes about 1 minute for blood to circulate around the body thanks to the powerful contractions of the heart. And in an average lifetime, the heart contracts, usually without rest, over 2.5 billion times. Yes. And so this is the superior vena cava, which carries deoxygenated blood from the head and arms into the right atrium. This is the pulmonary valve, and this is the aorta, which carries oxygenated blood to the body, and it branches off the aorta to supply specific areas. And this part here is the pulmonary artery, and it carries deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. And this entire part is, it's the left atrium. And it's a chamber into which fresh oxygenated blood from the lungs enter, ready for redistribution around the body. And so this is the aortic valve. All these little tiny fiber stuff are the chordae tendineae, and they act as tension ropes holding the valve cusps open. And this entire thing is the left ventricle, and it's a chamber that receives blood from the left atrium and pumps it into the aorta. This is the endocardium, which is a thin membrane that lines the internal structures of the heart. And this is the myocardium, which is an area of muscle fibers enabling the heart to contract or beat. And this part is the pericardium, and it's a bag-like membrane that surrounds and protects the heart. This is the descending aorta, which supplies oxygenated blood to the lower trunk and the limbs. This entire part is the right ventricle, which is a chamber into which deoxygenated blood from the right atrium flows. And this is the epicardium, this part, and it's a thin membranous outer layer of the heart wall. And this is the inferior vena cava, which is a vein carrying deoxygenated blood from the lower body into the right atrium. This is the ventricular septum, which is a strong musculofibrous wall that divides the heart into two. So you can see from here all the way down. This is the tricuspid valve. This is the right atrium, which is a chamber where deoxygenated blood enters the heart. And that's it.